So my point of view is that when I am playing cricket, I cannot think that this game is less or more important. So with this statement of a great legend Sachin Tendulkar, we will begin our session. So let's discuss the session. So today we will discuss a novel drug delivery systems for the herbal drugs. Okay. Now this picture shown here, it is this picture is of liposome. Okay. So many novel drug delivery systems are available in the market, and many herbal drugs are incorporated in this novel drug delivery system. So what is novel drug delivery system and what is the importance of that? That is herbal drug in the novel drug delivery system we are going to discuss in this session. So just to have overview of the novel drug delivery system of the herbal drug. Now novel stands for the new, because there is a term that is a conventional dosage form and the novel drug delivery systems, or conventional drug delivery system like the tablet, capsule, etc. But these are the novel drug delivery system, and herbal drugs are not exception for those. Okay. So first, that is you can see in your screen, that is a ginkgo biloba. So the term phytosome is there. So this is a novel drug delivery system. Then you will see a curcumin. It is obtained from a turmeric rhizome. So curcumin is converted into the liposomal forms. Then these nano curcumins. Okay. So this curcumin is one of the largely used dosage form, and this dosage form is converted into nanoparticles or liposomes or even phytosomes. Okay. So what is a phytosome? What is a liposome or nanoparticles? We are going to discuss all these in this topic. Okay. So today we'll just have the overview of this natural novel drug delivery system for the herbal drugs. Now, there is a term called as a herbal renaissance. Now, what is that herbal renaissance? Now, we know at the beginning of Earth, human beings or our ancients were using herbs for their treatment. Then, as a science advancements were there, the human beings turned towards the scientific medicine, and we can say modern medicine. Now, after that, humans came to know that modern drug delivery systems or modern drugs are showing certain disadvantages. So, again, the trend is changing, and again, human beings are coming back towards the herbal drug, and that is called as a herbal renaissance. That means regeneration, or again looking or going towards the herbal drug, that is called as a renaissance. So the poor patient compliance increases chances of missing the dose of the drug. Now poor patient compliance, it is related to the uh, allopathic system of the drugs. Then the unavailable fluctuations of drug concentration may lead to under medication or the over medication. Okay. So again, that is related to the herbal drug. Typical peak valley plasma concentration time profile ID obtained, which makes attainment of steady state condition difficult. Okay. And there is a increased evidence that many current drug therapies suppress symptoms and ignore the underlying disease processes. Okay. Now we have studied uh, in previous slide, that is a herbal renaissance. Actually, this is a herbal renaissance. There is a concern over the reliance and the safety of the drugs and the surgery. Okay. So modern medicine, we know we are asking every time whether this drug is showing a side effect or not before taking the medicine. And therefore, there is a growing concern over the reliance and the safety of the drug. And modern medicine is failing to effectively treat many of the most common health conditions. Okay. So modern medicine is failing to effectively treat many of the most common health conditions, and many natural measures are being shown to produce better result than drugs or surgery without the side effect. And because of that, there is a herbal renaissance, and as per the WHO, more than 70% of the people or humans are using the modern medicine, herbal medicine, and most of the people are rely on the herbal medicine, and therefore this term herbal renaissance was existed. Okay, so herbal renaissance is there. Herbals or herbs are making comeback very strongly, and therefore this herbal renaissance is there. And there are the side effects or drawbacks of the we can say uh, conventional dosage form. So like the poor patient compliance, increased chances of missing the dose of the drug. Okay, so that is a drawback of the traditional system, or we can say a conventional dosage form. Then the unavailable fluctuation of the drug concentration may lead to the under medication or the over medication. Okay, so this is fluctuation of the drug concentration may lead to the under medication or the over medication, because the chances are there that fluctuation, because we have to take a drug for 3 times or 5 times a day, and if that schedule is not followed by us, then it may lead to the fluctuation in the drug concentration. A typical peak valley plasma concentration time profile ID obtained, which make attainment of the steady state condition difficult. So to have or to get a typical peak valley plasma concentration is difficult in case of the conventional dosage form. There is a increasing evidence that many current drug therapies simply suppress symptoms and ignore the underlying disease processes. So due to these certain disadvantages of conventional dosage form and renaissance, strong comeback of the herbal drug, it is necessary to formulate novel drug delivery system for the herbal drug. Now look at the picture. Now this picture will tell you what is the use of the advanced drug delivery system or novel drug delivery system. So now you can see here, it is a dirty bomb reactor nuclear weapon. Okay, so it is a dirty bomb reactor attack, and it is consisting of the nuclear weapon. So it will lead to the internal radionuclide contamination to the human beings. So this bomb will lead to the radionuclide contamination. Now with the traditional medicine, it is very difficult to remove it from the body, because traditional medicine are not suitable to remove this nuclear or the radionuclide contamination from the body. Okay, so for that purpose, we have to use a novel drug delivery system, and at that time inject magnetic nanoparticle chelators into the bloodstream. Okay, so these nanoparticles are considered as a novel. Okay, so inject magnetic nanoparticle chelator means who have ability to bind. Okay, so inject that to this person who has a radionuclide nuclide contamination. Then these nanoparticle chelators will remove these radionuclide because of their we can say characteristic. Okay, now imagine if a conventional dosage form is there, how you will remove that from your body, this radionucleotide contamination. In case of the conventional dosage form, it is very difficult to remove that from the body, because those are the conventional, and the need is there to develop a certain novel drug delivery systems because of such type of the activities or such type of the condition, and therefore there is a need of the novel drug delivery systems. Okay, so if you understand, just type S this concept till that, then we will move forward. So this is just overview why these conventional dosage forms are required. So just type S. Okay. Now this is the picture for the drug delivery system. Now initially, or we can say in the conventional dosage form, we are uh, injecting or administering dose by oral route or by injection route or by skin, or we can say transdermal route, etc. Different routes are available, and in that case, in that old or we can say conventional dosage form, the medicine will go inside the body and it will reach at the site of action, but their bioavailability is different as compared to the controlled drug or the customized delivery. Because what customized delivery will do, it will directly target a cell. Okay, so whenever required, this drug will be targeted to the respective cell. So this is the customized drug delivery system, and it is a part of the novel drug delivery system. So in short, it is a customized delivery system, and it will directly target the cells. Okay, so respective cell. If you compare that with the traditionally it is not possible to target directly cell, because it will reach to the blood plasma, and then from the blood circulation, when it will reach to the site of action, the results will occur. So that is the difference. In a traditional system, you will not get a customized delivery. Okay, but here you will get a customized drug delivery. So here these carriers, that is a customized delivery system, we can say this smiley person is a novel drug delivery system who is carrying the drug and delivering to the target cell. Okay, so that is the basic concept of the drug delivery system. So now let us study what do you mean by novel drug delivery system. Now, NDDS refers to the approaches, formulations, technologies, and systems for transporting a pharmaceutical compound in the body as needed to safely achieve its desired therapeutic effect. So NDDS, these are nothing but the formulation technologies and system for transporting a pharmaceutical compound in the body as needed to safely achieve the desired therapeutic effect. Okay, so that is called as a novel drug delivery system. Now, NDDS is a system for delivery of the drug other than conventional drug delivery system. Okay, so don't get confused with the conventional and NDDS. It is, we can say, uh, this is a drug delivery system for the other than the conventional drug delivery system, is a combination of advanced technique and new dosage form which are far better than the conventional dosage forms. Okay, so that is a NDDS. Basic modes of the novel drug delivery systems are targeted drug delivery systems, controlled drug delivery systems, and modulated drug delivery system. So these are the approaches, we can say, or the basic modes. Okay. Now let us discuss the advantages of the novel drug delivery system. Now we have studied drawbacks of the conventional dosage form. So we have seen there the doses is there, peak plasma fluctuation is there. So here the optimum dose at right time and the right direction is there in case of the novel drug delivery system. So optimum dose will be delivered at the right time and the right location. Then efficient use of the expensive drugs, excipients, and reduction in the production cost. Now, because of that, this is also need that expensive drugs, uh, excipients are there, and to reduce the cost, these drugs delivery systems are designed, because in conventional dosage form we have to use, or there is a need of expensive drug and excipients in the larger concentration or larger quantities, and it will lead to the higher production cost, which will be reduced in case of the novel drug delivery system. Then these systems are beneficial to the patient, better therapy, improved comfort, and the standard of living. Okay. Then enhancement of the solubility. You will see in the liposomes, because liposome may soluble in the lipid dosage form or lipid solvent, and this is done with the help of enhancement of the solubility of the drug. Then increased bioavailability. Now what is that? Increased bioavailability is the higher concentration of the drug that will reach to the site of action. It is called as a bioavailability. Then protection from the toxicity, because it will reach to only the site of action or the targeted cell, you will get a less toxicity, or in short, a protection from the toxicity. Then obviously enhancement in the pharmacological activity that is required, and therefore this is advantages of the novel drug delivery system. Then enhancement of the stability. Okay. Then sustained delivery. Now take example of a patient suffering from the diabetes. So the patient which are suffering from the diabetes need to maintain the blood sugar, and to maintain that blood sugar they have to take a medicine at a specific interval, or we can say tablets at a specific interval. But if that person is in the working, so it is difficult to maintain that level, and it will lead to decrease in the, we can say, plasma drug concentration, and it will lead to the fluctuation or discomfort to the patient. And therefore a sustained drug delivery system will help, because if once that drug is given, then it will release a drug for a particular period of the time, so there is a no need to take a doses again and again. Each one drug is sufficient for a maximum time. Then protection from physical and chemical degradation. Okay, so those all are the advantages of novel drug delivery system, and therefore there is a need to formulate, discover novel drug delivery systems. Now we will discuss a novel drug delivery approaches, but before going into the detail, just type two advantages in one words. Two advantages of the novel drug delivery system. Very short and simple answers are expected. Okay, bioavailability, enhanced stability, correct. Increases bioavailability, sustained release stability, bioavailability, sustained release stability. Okay, toxicity protection, correct. So all these are the advantages of the novel drug delivery system. Now the last part for today's discussion is novel drug delivery approaches. Okay, so which are the approaches, how to deliver drug? Okay, that we will discuss. So the first one, that is a drug carriers. So soluble polymers, microparticles made of insoluble or biodegradable natural and synthetic polymer, microcapsule cells, cell ghost, lipoproteins, liposomes, and micelles, etc. So this is the first approach in the novel drug delivery system. First one is a drug carriers. So there is a use of the soluble polymers, microparticles made of the insoluble or biodegradable natural and the synthetic polymer, microcapsules, cells, cell ghost, lipoproteins, liposomes, etc. Okay, so drug carriers. Now here the term biodegradable is there. So biodegradable means once it going inside the body, it will degrade itself. So that is called as a biodegradable. And those type of the polymers are naturally selected as a drug carriers. Okay. Then even microcapsules or cell host, liposomes, micelles, etc. So that is the one approach in the novel drug delivery system. Then the carriers can be made slowly degradable, stimuli reactive, and even targeted. Example, by conjugating them with a specific antibodies against certain characteristic components of the area of interest. So the carriers can be made slowly degradable. Okay, so carrier, this is again the same approach. So carriers can be made slowly degradable, stimuli reactive, that is a pH or temperature sensitive. Okay. Now take example. So stimuli reactive. What is a stimuli reactive? For example, uh, if sunlight direct, if you expose to sunlight directly, then how you will react? That your eyes get closed. Okay, so that is a stimuli. Sunlight is a stimuli, and your eyes, you can say, these are the carriers. So in case of the sunlight, when stimuli is there, your brain stimulates your these carriers to close the eyes. Okay, so here the eyes are carriers and the different stimuli are there. So example is like pH. pH is a stimuli or a temperature. So once a medicine is taken, for example, now malaria, take it as an example. So when malaria patient is there, now we know in that patient the fluctuation in temperature is seen. Okay, or any viral fever, temperature fluctuation is there for 3 to 4 days. Okay, so these carriers, when temperature reaches to certain level, will release a drug from the that material, or we can say drug carriers. So that is a stimuli reactive carriers. Okay, so when there is a temperature, say for example 99 degree centigrade, 99 degree Fahrenheit temperature is there, then your body, these carriers will release a drug, and that drug will help in reducing the temperature. Okay, so that type of the carriers are made. Okay, so the different types, like the degradable carriers are there, then stimuli reactives are there. Stimuli is like the pH or temperature sensitive or temperature, those are the we can say stimuli reactive carriers. And even targeted. Okay, so the targeted, example, by conjugating them with a specific antibodies against certain characteristic components of the area of interest. So by conjugating them with a specific antibodies against certain characteristic components of the area of interest. Okay, so these carriers may act by slowly degradable, or by stimuli reactive, or even targeted. And target, how they are targeting? By conjugating them with a certain or specific antibodies against certain characteristic components. Say take example of current situation, COVID. So if the antibodies are formed, okay, in the body, and if the virus gets inside the body, So along with that antibodies, the drug will also reach to that, we can say, coronavirus or site of the coronavirus. And along with the antibodies, these targeted components will release the drug. So this is called as a target related drugs. Okay. So this is a novel approaches related to the drug uh, carrier. Okay. Then novel drug delivery approaches, that is a targeting, is the ability to direct the drug loaded system to the site of interest. Now just now we studied about the targeting. Okay, so take example nanoparticle, here the targeting molecule. So in previous example I have explained you about the antibodies. So this pointed shape structure is a, we can say, uh, antibodies, and this is the drug. So targeted delivery system will look like this. So nanoparticle, drug, and the specific molecule, targeting molecule. Okay. So these are the approaches. This is a targeting approach. Then two major mechanism can be distinguished for addressing the desired site for the drug release. First one is a passive and second one is a active targeting. Okay. So passive, an example of passive targeting is the preferential accumulation of the chemotherapeutic agent in solid tumors as a result of the enhanced vascular permeability of tumor tissues compared with the healthy person. And the second one is a active targeting. Now, just before this slide, I ask you to write uh, just drop advantages of the novel drug delivery system. Okay. And I know there are 46 students are attending my lecture, and I gave order. So that is considered as a passive targeting. Okay. So I order to all of the 46 students. So that is a passive targeting. But if, uh, for example, now Savita Sonone is there, Prajakta Singote. Okay. If I ask question to directly Prajakta Singote, then it becomes an active targeting. Okay. So that is a difference between passive targeting and active targeting. So actively, I will directly target certain students. So that is, we can say, active targeting. So similarly, there in case of the drug, passive targeting, for example, treatment of the cancer or accumulation of the chemotherapeutic agent in the solid tumors as a result of the enhanced vascular permeability of the tumor tissues compared with the healthy tissues. Okay. So that is a passive targeting. The drug will directly given in that particular area. Say, for example, it is a, we can say, tumor area. But in case of the active targeting, it involves the surface functionalization of the drug carriers with lesion that are selectively recognized by the receptors on the surface of the cells of interest. Okay. So it is a active targeting, and since ligand receptor interaction can be highly selective, this could allow a more precise targeting of the site of the interest. Okay. So that is a difference between active targeting and the passive targeting. Okay. So just